Getting the job done is important, but even more important is safety. In order to work safely, you must have the proper safety gear. Glasses, hard hat, earplugs, gloves, if needed, boots. Working safely will prevent injury and make a more pleasant environment for everyone involved. Cap cutting is often required in order to realign the main bearing bores. Cutting new serrations on the main bearing caps will lower the caps and reduce the diameter of the bores. It will give you additional material for line boring as well as a new mating surface when the cap is reinstalled. This video will show you the correct way to cut caps in preparation for line boring. First, remove the main bearing caps and inspect the caps for cracks and other defects. Next, you need to measure the height of the cap with a pair of calipers. Be sure to write the measurement on the inside of the cap as a reference. It's time to load the bearing cap onto the milling machine. Using the overhead crane, set the cap on the machine. Use the air valve to lift the cap over the fixture pins. The fixture pins will properly align all EMD main bearing caps. Then, close the air valve and slide the cap onto the fixture. Run the chain through the center of the main bearing cap. Using the adjustable chain pin, adjust the chain so that both sides of the chain are pulling the cap down at a similar angle. Failure to do this will cause the cap to tilt on the fixture. Clamp it using the air hydraulic system supplied with the machine. Push on the foot pedal until you hear the air stop. Raise the table 40 thousandths of an inch and take a conventional cut. Raise the table another 20 thousandths and climb mill the cap. Now stop and measure. If you have not removed the proper amount of material, or if you can feel sharp edges on the crests of the serrations, you will need to cut more material off the cap. You will typically need to take as much as 80 thousandths of an inch or more off the serrations. If your measurement hasn't come down to the full 80 thousandths, you will have to repeat the cutting. Once your new serrations are at the appropriate height, check the holes for proper alignment. All 4 holes should look the same relative to the serrations, centered on the crest of a serration ridge, and the sides of the holes just approaching the base of the surrounding ridges. Then, check the width of the serrations with the serration gauge to confirm that your serrations are cut within the specifications. If your holes look like the one shown here, and they measure with OEM specifications, you have successfully cut a main bearing cap.